he was in like the freshman race, and he didn't start on time. So he was like, he'd done the whole intro. He was like, "Hello everyone, and welcome back to the freshman league." But then the Twitch had just completely skipped him, and it was basically just him going, "And Tiger's about to start doing his lap now," and it's nicely, once again, it's put us on board with Tiger Assassin at the start of this quali session. It literally started with that, but he didn't even hear his own thing, man. It was just crazy. Did you say we're live?
Yes.
That's crazy, that, man.
It also says Gavra
another amazing intro. Hello everyone. It shouldn't do. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Gavra Racing Premier Series Round 11 here in Mexico. I am Tiger Assassin, your admin, head commentator, freshman lead driver, and GT Sport BCMR racing driver, the official sponsor of the GT Sport League. So, yeah, and I am joined once again by the lovely Irishman himself, Evan. How you doing, mate?
Evan, Premier Series commentator and all-round legend of the series.
Yes!
Pun maker, rhyme maker, and slagging tiger maker. Yes, I don't have very many titles in this league. But we are back, we are in Mexico. Jetsy has to serve his LLP1. I thought I should drop that in there, and we will be getting some.
Does he have an LLP1, does he?
Laps.
I didn't even realise.
He does.
Okay, thank you.
He has one from Japan, which he didn't serve for some unknown reason, but he went on to win. No, he didn't went on to win that race. Absolute 11 did. But he went on to have a decent race.
Okay. Well, yeah, so Jetsy will have to wait in the pits for the first 5 minutes of the qualifying session. I can see people already storming into the chat here. Let's just quickly see if I can whip that up here.
Hello, Thunder and GS White Bates.
Who have we got in here?
Thunder saying, will Natty win first proper championship? Yes, if Natty outscores Pope by 10 points, he is your Premier
and
Series.
We did the maths correctly. Natty has a 43-point gap at the moment. So, if Natty was to outscore Pope by 10 points this race, and Natty was then in the next two races was to DNF and DNF, he would have a 52-point gap over 53-point gap over his competitor. Yeah, he would. Well, yeah, he would have the. He would have the. Basically, he would have the gap over Pope if Pope was to win the next two races and get fastest lap to still win the championship. So yeah, so let's see if Nexati G can do it. He needs to outscore Pope by 10 points. So Evan, I'm sure we'll be keeping an eye on that battle very, very closely. Hello everyone, Piero in here, XOG in here, of course XOG is in here. Big fan of Nexati G's. Speaking of Speaking of X-Natty, Evan, just very quickly, this is X-Natty-G's 50th race in Gavra Racing.
Wouldn't it be very nice for him to wrap up a championship?
It would be. If Natty could wrap up his first official championship here in Gavra, the Premier Series Championship, Natty on his 50th race here in Gavra, I'm sure it would be a very special occasion. And he's got to do it here, Evan, around Mexico, which from what I've heard from a lot of drivers, this track is a lot nicer to drive on this game than it has been in previous years.
It is a lot nicer to drive. I can confirm that myself. Of course, I won't be going as quick as these drivers are. Actually, my qualifying lap was quicker than what Jutsi Cat has just said. Not in the Gavra series, of course.
Thunder, I believe Gavra is the most experienced Gavra driver. But if you are discounting Gavra, Natty is, I think, second in the most races raced in Gavra Racing, I believe.
That surely has to just be F1 because you have to remember there's been.
Well, yeah, no, these are just obviously through. This is just in F1, so Natty is the second highest. Has the second highest appearances in F1 races in Gavra. This is his 50th race, so let's see what the man can do. Jutsikev putting it on pole at the moment here. I believe he's replacing someone in the Racing Point. Who is that?
No, he's an official Racing Point driver now.
Oh, he is now, isn't he? Sorry, ignore me.
He has been for 3 rounds.
No absolute 11 today. Apparently
would that
Max
be the same
Verstappen.
absolute 11 currently sitting P13?
Yeah. And would that be the absolute? Oh yeah, he is. Sorry, he is here. Would that? Can I ask, Evan, who is Max Verstappen on your screen? Is that Max Verstappen or is that?
That is Ted.
Okay, yeah. Ted on my screen is named as Max Verstappen.
Well, he is the GOAT, so. No, Ted did join mid-qualifying. If he gets the glitch, he will be starting from the back anyway, so...
Thunder makes it a good point that Natty did race in both Freshman and Premier last season. So,
yes, that's probably why
that is the reason why Natty has got so many races under his belt. But...
he did a couple of Super League races, I believe, as well.
Evan, have we done any calculations for any constructors or anything? Yeah, do you know how?
Nope,
have we got the
can
constructors
do them right
take?
now.
Can you do? It's probably going to be very close, so no one will be able to win at this race. But if you could run us through maybe the constructors championship.
Yes, I can. AlphaTauri currently lead after what can only be described as a disastrous week last week. They lead by a total of 9 points, so nothing can be wrapped up today unless, of course, they do get a 1-2 and both Ferraris D and a Ferrari second. With 208 points, followed by them with a chunky gap back is the McLaren team. They are 56 points back. They basically cannot win the championship. Yeah. Racing so point then behind, even further behind.
So the battle really is between Ferrari and AlphaTauri for the
Haas are actually in fourth, then followed by Racing Point. They're both one-man teams, which really says a lot for the rest of the constructors' teams. Red Bull then in sixth on 85 points, and I was going to say behind them the Mercedes were rocking up the standings, but they are 41 points behind, although Black Country Bush has been doing very well in recent races.
He has. Black Country Bush has been a good run of form. We've got some more people joining. Ben Roberts in as well from the Weekend League. Nip Me too, welcome into the chat as well. RC8, welcome. Says hi Tiger, hello RC8. RCA, I'm a lot happier after the freshman race this week, mate, than I have been in previous races. So I didn't spin, which is good. I did get damage again, though, but it was only because Bruzy decided to go wheel-to-wheel with me through the S's in America, and that is usually not the best of things to do. But Castoijan's still alive. Let's see what time he can do. Goes ahead of the boss man, a 16-8, only falls about 3 tenths behind Guillotine and Jutsikev. Pope putting it on pole at the moment, Evan, and the battle is on already between Pope and Natty. Pope sending the first time at the moment.
Although Natty's still in the pits, so we still have to see what he does. Deadly Jason is going to settle up on the mediums. It is a two-stop around here anyway, so starting on the mediums will just give you a medium soft.
Nitmy 2 says, can you view XIG1? I would view XIG1, but he's currently in the pit lane, so...
Trust me, he will be viewing XNATG1. That is confirmed. Evan,
strategy for this race, okay? Now, the game, so like USA, okay, the game says that it was a two-stop, right? So if you qualify on the softs, the game will give you a two-stop on this track, okay? But the one-stop is possible. I believe the one-stop, it's either medium to hard or it's like soft hard or something like that.
It's
I don't
medium
know.
To hard,
I think the one-stop is possible. But from what we can see so far, half the grid on the softs, half the grid on the mediums, we could see a big mix-up in strategy, and this could make the race very tasty.
Really could. Absolute 11. Having a little bit of a slide outside of the stadium section. To my knowledge, I could be wrong.
Absolute 11 went second.
Stop is 15-3. The quickest strategy.
Yeah, the game actually. The game suggests the two-stop. The two-stop is the soft. I believe it's a soft medium or a soft medium.
It is a soft medium.
Yeah,
a soft medium soft or a medium soft. You can have it in whatever variation you want. But if you're starting on the mediums, try a one-stop. There's no point starting on mediums if you're doing a two.
But I think that looks like that's what half of the grid is going for. Looks like
before we look with a very tasty lap in P4 on the set of mediums. It's a great
16-0 on the mediums is very good from Oriole. But if we look here, so if you have a look at the moment, the two Red Bull boys going for mediums, the two Ferrari boys going for mediums as well. However, A big thing to note here, Evan, no Beza this week. I believe, did he have a penalty? I think he did, or something.
There was nothing on the website, so...
Hang on, I swear Beza had a form of a penalty.
He might have. The website just says
I think
penalties.
he did.
Jetsy has still an LLP1 to serve, which he is serving as we are speaking.
Apparently, Beza has an LLP2?
Jetsy currently on pole.
I don't know. But Beza not here this week. So, if
so
both Ferrari, that could be good for the Ferraris in the Constructors and Drivers' Championship.
Definitely could, because Beza had a horrendous week last week. But even mining that, he's still in third in the standings. So, just to run you through the driver standings, it is Natty, Pope, Beza, Jetsy, Absolute 11, Jutsi Kev, Metboy, Cryptech, Oriole, Black Country Mush, Cass Noigans, SFAS, It's Julio, Guillotine, Deadly Jason, Ted. I'd like somebody to put the Irish flag beside Ted because currently not there.
Gav, if you're listening, Ted needs an Irish flag. Gav, if you're listening, anybody who signs up who is from the Republic of Ireland is actually Irish, and the people who sign up from Northern Ireland are British. Yes, I know I know it is confusing for people not from the British Isles to understand. But what do you mean no?
You're Northern Irish. Northern Ireland have their own separate flag.
Yeah, but it can't. But their main flag is a British flag.
Well, half of them will agree with you, and half of them will disagree. But we're not going to start a civil war.
Yeah, I know. No, we're not going to do that. But Judge Kevin, proving on his time, does a 15-2, puts himself closer to Jetsy and Pope. Jetsy went ahead of Pope. Really good time from Jetsy on those.
It was a really good time.
But
Knit Me Too, which he seems to be some sort of X90G fanboy, asking why X90G was staying in the pits. He's saying
I don't know, but let's ride on. I've completely forgot to ride on board with Natty, but here he goes flying. He goes flying through the S's, the championship leader. Oh no, yes, he hasn't. He hasn't because he lost too much time winning rides. The game hasn't penalised him. Game will only penalise him, Evan, if he exceeds the track limits and gains time. That's what the game does. Bit of a lock up here into the stadium section. Wants to try and hook the car in as best he can to get the car rotated to get out for the exit. The final corner doesn't want to do a Valtteri Bottas into the foam wall as he comes to the line. It's a 16.6, but it looked like he backed out of his lap a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, not a great time from Natty. That can be improved on because Oriole is still ahead of him instead of mediums. However, Oriole's got out on he has a set of softs fitted in the garage. I can't imagine he'll be going out on them because he's in a great position on the mediums.
Here goes Max Verstappen.
Not a great time.
No, here goes Ted now. Has got his S's very, very wrong there, but he's coming down now through the DRS zone, down towards I believe this is turn 4. Yeah, this is turn 4. Now through turn 5. Wants to hook the car very nicely to the inside. Now he's got a double apex. This corner shown on the map, Evan, is kind of just one big curve, but it's actually a double apex as he goes now into the next corner. I think Ted being called in as a last-minute replacement, so he seems to be struggling a little bit with just finding the sort of the track limits.
The
track in general, really. Got a big X90G fan in the chat, haven't it?
Black Country Mush, purple sector 1 on mediums.
RC8, situation in the championships. I'll just quickly run through the situation of the championship of everybody who's joined a little bit late. So, the situation is the championship can be won today if Natty outscores Pope by 10 points. So if Natty was to outscore Pope by 10 points, Natty will win the Drivers' Championship and will take his first official Gavra Racing Championship. Obviously, we know he's won many of the Premier Series Championships already, but they are a bit of a separate entity to these main leagues that we have in Gavra.
League.
What?
You said Premier Series, and Black Country Mush just said 2 purple sectors in the mediums.
No, I said that he's won multiple he's won multiple weekend league championships.
No, you said Premier Series.
Did I? Okay, I meant to say he's won multiple weekend league championships. But they are part of a separate entity, so they do not technically do not count towards actual championships, as the racing is very, very different. But let's find on board with his teammate here, who has got to see if he can get in a good lap here. Cryptek as he comes down now towards turn 1. Such a long straight, Evan. One of the longest in the calendar, actually.
Yeah,
this one.
it is. You want to be braking here. He's taking a little bit much curb. He's a little
big
bit
lock
wide
up on
there,
the right hand.
but he's going to
right
hook the
side.
car in. Can take a little bit more curb, but it's going to have to be cautious. DRS open, EOS burning. Of course, if you don't have that burning, you're going to lose a lot of time braking. Just after the 100-meter board, hook. Oh, Cryptek, that's a lock up.
Big lock up from Cryptek. Hooks the car though back in nicely for the next corner.
Yes. Takes a very nice line through there. Doesn't double apex.
See, a lot of understeer. A lot of understeer on the front of that Ferrari.
Yeah, he's struggling on this set of mediums.
Look at the understeer on that Ferrari. It's awful. Trying to get the car hooked in. Oh, that's a snap of oversteer. And that snap of oversteer there has just completely unsettled the car. And Absolute 11 not being able to improve. He's retired from the session. Thunder in the chat asking, if they both DNF, does he win? No, he doesn't. Because the gap will still be 43. So Natty has to gain points.
He has to beat him by 10.
Yeah, he has to gain points to win the championship. If there are the points are both on 0 points, the gap is still 43. So it means that if Natty was to DNF in both races, Pope could still win the championship.
And the thing here is, Natty's not in the championship position, so gaining will have to be done in the race. But we've seen him do that very well.
He's gone for the softs. He's gone for the softs. I think he's realised that how the one stop. Yes, it would be good for the race. Do you think he needs to follow the rest of the pack and go for the 2-stop?
I think a 2-stop is quicker, but that just might be my opinion. And look who he's side by side with, Mr. Pope, Typus himself.
There we go. Evan Tinko, we're about to go for a quali lap here with the chat. Oh no, he's coming to the pits. No, he's coming to the pits. I think he was just grooving in. I think he was just grooving into those soft tires. I think he was waiting to see if anyone had reacted. But it's going to be Jetsy on pole for the moment. Unless Pope can improve. Let's run on board with Pope here as he goes through the first few corners here, clipping all of the red curbs on the inside. Now he's going to open up the DRS here. He's going to go down towards turn 4. Once we're breaking around about the 100 meter board. Down into third gear. He's down on his time at the moment. Down into second. A big lock up on the front left as he clips both double apexes. He goes on the inside of one of them. Almost could have invalidated there. As now prepare himself to go on outside on that green part of the track there to use as much as the track as he can to get the car turned in. That AlphaTauri just trying to just get it
gone second in the racing point.
Brilliant time from Jutsikev. Goes 2/10 ahead of Pope. Pope's a 10th up though. He's gone purple through the middle sector. Here he comes right-hander into the stadium sector. Was once a baseball stadium. Now is used for the F1 grandstands. A brilliant section, especially if someone wins the championship. Denny Jason comes across in front of him. I don't think it impeded Pope's lap, and Pope goes second place.
Look at that, how close
400 behind Jetsy. So it will be Jetsy, Pope, Cryptek, Jutsikev in third, then Absolute 11 in fourth, and that is the 2 front row drivers, and then there is the rest of the grid there as well. But Natty starting down in ninth. Natty starting down in ninth here.
Black Country must actually beat Natty.
Evan, big thing to note here, from 10th to 7th, all on the medium. Everybody outside of the top 10 also on the mediums. Everybody in the top 6 going for the 2-stop.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting one in terms of strategy, because safety car could change everything. We've seen... I agree, what Thunder. I think is the best safety car restart in Gavra racing history in Japan.
Yeah,
but,
that was great.
We will see a lot here today. Thunder saying this is going to be good. Certainly will be.
It will be. But there is the grid. So it is Jetsy on pole, Pope in second, Jutsikev in third, Absolute 11 in fourth, Guillotine in fifth, Castoigins in sixth, Oriol in seventh, Black Country Mush in eighth, Natty in ninth, Cryptek in 10th, Gavra in 11th, Deadly Jason in 12th, Ted in 13th, and Triple O rounds out the back of the pack there in 14th place. And notably, really good qualifying from Black Country. He's qualified ahead of both Cryptek and Natty.
Black Country is a legend.
Black Country in a really good run of form though at the moment, Evan.
Black Country actually messaged me.
Oh, did he?
PS4. He messaged me a few times, but I replied this week with, I'm officially a Black Country mush stan.
And what did he say?
I know commentators have to stay unbiased, but Black Country Mush is a living legend. I actually don't have a clue what he said.
Okay.
I'll check what he said now, because I probably still have the message.
Yeah, I see.
He left me on scene. Okay.
I see it. Okay. Yeah, it's 0. It was 9,000ths between you and Absolute 11. I see it. If you saw as well, it was 9,000ths between you and Absolute 11. It was 1,600ths between me and Tonios as well. So it was really close between all of us up top. You guys were quite far ahead. No. You guys were really close. Them two, RC and Absolute 11 were both quite far ahead of me and Tonios, but me and Tonios were quite close together. So it was. What was the poll time? You just saw the poll time. It was
I think he means in the freshman.
Oh, in the freshman. Are you sure in the freshman? I don't know if you mean freshman. No, I don't know if you mean freshman or Premier Thunder. But here we go. Formation lap here around Mexico. And this track, Thunder, one of the only tracks on the calendar to have 3 DRS zones. The DRS zone was implemented a few years ago. Probably one of the most pointless DRS zones I've ever seen. But it was actually implemented onto this track to allow for a little bit more overtaking.
Yes, and Ted didn't actually get the quali glitch, so if he had qualified instead of the softs, he might have got a better result, but that doesn't really matter now.
Pierre, I like that, thanks. Oh, well, am I called Nico Hülkenberg?
Somebody please take that out of context.
That's what Daniel Ricciardo says. Nico Hülkenberg.
Yeah, somebody please take that out of context. But here we go then. What Pope is going to be trying to do is definitely get past Jetsy, because he just wants to win.
This could get very spicy, because if there's a safety car, everybody who's on the one stop is also going to be on the one stop with the guys on the soft tyre. So the soft guys will be hoping for a safety car to get that free pit stop, but the moment the one stop guys on the medium to hard are on the slightly slower tyre, but according to the game, apparently it suggests a medium soft.
Yes, that's definitely, I think a two-stop is the quicker strategy, because you'll be much quicker on quicker tyres, but we'll see how it plays out as Jetsy is.
Come on, Evan, we need a Nico Hülkenberg from you.
Nico Hülkenberg. 100% haven't did that before.
Why'd you sound like you wrote a sick? I
don't know.
No, you really gotta pronounce the It's like Nico Hülkenberg.
I always say I like professional coming onto these streams and then end up doing that. But here we go. Triple O is lining us on the grid. We are ready to go.
It's going to be an interesting race as all the drivers are going to line up on the grid, ready to go. It is Jetsy and Pope on the front row. The battle between Pope and Natty in the championship. The battle between two strategies, the two-stop and the one-stop. And it's going to be lights out and away we go. And the drivers are off straight away. Jetsy off to a good start. Look at the start of Jetsy Kev's has. It's going to split. It's going to split Jetsy and Pope right away. Here comes Absolute 11. The two freshman drivers on fire at the moment. Natty all the way up into 7th. Cryptek up into 9th. Black Country Mush has fallen all the way down. It's going to go 3 wide for most drivers. There's a McLaren wide. Cash Nugent has made a bit of contact there with Absolute 11. Absolute 11's round wide. He's rejoined back ahead of Cash Nugent. Here goes Guillotine. He's going to get involved as well, but it's Pope leading. Jetsy's had an awful start. He's down in 3rd place, but it's going to be Guillotine now to the inside. It's gone 3 wide. It's gone 3 wide between Absolute 11, Cash Nugent, and Guillotine. And Natty going to get right up behind this battle. Natty going to go down the inside of Cash Nugent, and Natty all the way up into 6th position. This man wants his championship, and he wants it now.
He does, but Pope is leading the race, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Terrible start from Black Country Mush and from Oreo, both down 2 spots. Jetsy and Jutsi Kev. Jutsi Kev looks like he's running very wide.
I think Jutsi Kev got a really bad exit out of the S's, and he's just lost it
did.
there. What a start to this race already. Judson kept just splitting Pope and Jetsy apart.
He got a lightning getaway to Judson.
Brilliant from these guys. Absolutely 11 and going to keep behind Judson now. The two freshman drivers, both getting the championship dubs in the freshman. Here goes, I was going to say here goes Jetsy, but it was just the timing screen messing up. But Natty all the way up into 6th place. It's absolutely 11. Was looking behind there.
Oriole's gone for the round the outside of Cryptek.
It's Cryptek now getting to the inside, making sure he gets it done. Oriole having a bit of a lockup. He's now going to have Black Country right behind him. Here, Black Country to the outside. Here goes Pope on. Is that Pope on Jetsy? No, it isn't. It's just the timing screen's been. There we go. It's just the timing screen's been annoying. But gotta wait. There we go. Now the timing screens are all fixed. We can get back now to everything. Natty dropping back a little bit there here though, Evan. I think those medium tyres just not up to par at the moment off these initial stages.
You know, they really are. The mediums actually look to be the quicker tyre at the moment in this race. Now he's got a great start. The Black Country Mush, he's gaining again after that start. He's gaining on Cryptek. Oh, huge slide. He's around.
Cryptek's lost it. He's in the wall. Damage to the Ferrari.
You can see the skid marks there. He's just come off the exit of that corner, completely lost the back end of the car, and he's gone straight into the wall.
And that's big disappointment for the Ferrari.
Huge.
That's huge disappointment for the Ferrari team, Evan. They were looking to take the lead over the constructors' leaders at the moment. AlphaTauri with them only having one driver. Cryptek now going to be forced into a 2-stop in this race.
Definitely, he's going to have to pit and get off those tyres. They're going to be absolutely roaring. Yes,
he might go for another set of mediums and then go for a set of hards.
Yeah, that would be the sensible option.
Would be the sensible option to go for, but at the moment...
Sorry, you said another set of mediums and another set of softs. He might be able to stretch it out to possibly.
He might be able to. We'll have to see what he tries to do. But at the moment, what a blistering start though from Natty. Pope keeping his lead. Pope actually getting the lead, getting ahead of Jetsy off the initial stages. Jutsukev got involved as well. He's dropping back a little bit now from the lead. It's absolute 11. His Red Bull teammate in the freshman league and his opponent here in the Premier Series. Now right behind him here, looking for the overtake.
And if we drop down the pack a little bit, it's still very close between the two Mercedes. Ted right on the back.
The Mercedes initially didn't get off to a good start, but have actually made a good comeback. Both Gavra actually moving up into the points. Black Country staying in 9th place, only dropping one position, I believe. But Gavra gaining into the points. But Black Country initially dropped down to 11th going into turns 1, 2, and 3, but has moved himself up into a good position. Gavra picking up a 3-second time penalty as well.
He needs to clean up. That's the second one. And there's front wing in the stadium section.
Oh, has someone got damage? Here goes Absolute 11 on Jutsikev. Sorry to interrupt you there, but here goes Absolute 11 round the outside of Jutsikev. Gets the move done nice and easily and moves himself up into 3rd position.
Jetsy's the right on the back of Pope as well. He could possibly go for a move here. The ERS situation is in favour of Jetsy, but Pope just gets out of lightning quick getaway. He has he's so much traction out of that corner. Is anybody going to go for a move in the lower pack?
We might see Black Country Mush. He might be going for a move on Oriole. He's going to go round the outside. Black Country Mush, the man in form at the moment, has just got past Oriole up into a position, back into the position where he qualified. Oh, he's run a little bit wide. Oriole to the inside now through the double apex. And now Black Country going to hold it on the inside if he can, and he just backs out. Sensibly backs out there.
Both.
Good racecraft from Black Country there, just to read the situation and back out, and can go for it on another section of track. Remember, these guys have got a lot of DRS zones here, Evan, which they can use to their advantage.
Yeah, that was great racecraft from both, in fairness. Oriole doing really well to spot the gap. And now the Spaniard will keep his P8 position, but Black Country will be hunting for that one.
Piero said, Natty,
Natty's disconnected! Natty's disconnected!
Oh, he has! Oh, the championship leader's disconnected!
He's getting his freshman league look, returning with the disconnections. And let's have a look and see, was that a legitimate disconnection? We'll go on board with Castnoigent.
I think it is. Yes, it is. It is. He's running slowly. He's got Castnoigent gaining on him.
And there's never a dull moment in this Premier Series. Something will always.
Well, it's the Premier Series has been the freshman of this year. Like we had the freshman last year. Premier Series just giving us some of the best racing this year. and it's
Yep,
just gone
Natty
from
is going
bad.
so slowly.
It's just gone from bad to worse for the Ferrari team. He's joined back. He has joined back, so he can now. Once he gets back into that car, he's going to hop straight in as quickly as he can, and he'll get back underway racing as quickly as possible. And at the moment, he is running quite slowly. I think Casnoigens might get him. And at the moment, he's got that weird rev glitch.
I don't have a clue what Casnoigens has been doing. The fact he hasn't got past Natty yet, because
is Natty back in that car? I think Natty is. I think he's just got back in. I think he has, hasn't he?
Yeah,
no, he has. There it was. The little bit of lag there. But Natty actually getting a bit of a good exit there, but he's dropped 4.3 seconds back behind the rest of the front runners. But remember, Natty on the one stop, all of those front runners on the two stop, and Natty's got that annoying rev glitch, that rev counter glitch. Casnoigens to the outside. Can he hold it around the outside of the championship leader? He can't at the moment. Natty holds his position in 6th place.
Choice there.
But at the moment, the championship will go to.
Here comes Oriol as well. He's going to counter.
Oriol going to look for a move as Casnoigens off a bad exit.
Outside. And he's got a very nice move in the McLaren. He's going to be on the hunt for this Ferrari, who's now obviously he's on a slower pace. Casnoigens picking up a 3-second penalty. Black Country Mush might look to get past Casnoigens here. Is Casnoigens really not doing good in those set of softs?
Cryptek going for a set of hards. He might just try and take them as far as he can into this race. Maybe hope for a safety car and then set for a set of mediums or softs at the end of the race.
Yeah, that could be a good option. Jetsy and lead.
Jetsy and Pope! Is it going to go wheel to wheel? Oh, this contact from the stadium section! I didn't even see. I thought Jetsy was too far back.
I think Pope has made a bit of a mistake, because that is not a normal overtaking spot.
Here goes Jetsy! Jetsy for the overtake, he's going to take it to the inside. Look how long this straight is. Jetsy just got the opportunity. Pope going to slip in behind him. And just showing how long the straight is. Back country much round Casnoigens. Casnoigens into the pits early. He has, I think he might go into a set of mediums. It might be time for these soft runners to come into the pits. As Jetsy just sliding the car through those corners there. As Ted going to go past the boss. Ted going to go past the boss man Gavra up into 9th position, and Ted finding his pace now and getting his lines here around this track.
That just doesn't sound right in Mexico.
What a race we've had.
I hope somebody picked up on that joke, as Oriol is now looking to get past Natty.
He does, but Natty at the moment still keeping it behind him.
Into a flow.
As Natty, probably just needs to get back into a rhythm here, gain that consistency back after he's just joined back. He's going to be absolutely frustrated that he wasn't able to capitalise on the point really here, Evan, where the soft tyres are probably going to be running out quite a lot here. The wear will be quite sufficient enough for Natty to start possibly gaining time on those medium tyres. But with his lag out of the session, it might not be the case. But he has just gained about 3 seconds on Guillotine through that stadium. 3 seconds, 3/10 of a second, sorry, through that stadium section.
I was going to say 3 seconds.
Oriol, 6/10 back. Will he be able to go for the overtake?
He has more ERS. He can burn it. And Oriol very aware of where his ERS is.
It's your Ferrari. Is that his Ferrari got that annoying as hell rev glitch?
Not on my screen.
Yeah, on mine he does. If anyone knows how to fix, anyone who knows ways I can fix that.
You just have to deal with it.
It's really annoying. But
he's got a bad exit.
Just the audio sounds awful. Here goes Oriol now. He's going to shift to the outside here. Will he dive it down the inside? My Google Assistant has come up on my phone because it believed I was saying, "Hey Google," apparently. But so I was saying going down the inside, and Oriol in the end getting the position done on the championship leader. And that audio is just awful.
Jetsy's picked up a 3-second penalty.
3-second time penalty for Jetsy as the leader of the race at the moment, picking up 3 seconds. Judsi Kev on Absolute 11. He's going to dive it into the stadium section. He's forced Absolute 11 wide, and in the end, he just gives the position back to him. Nice sportsman-like move there from Judsi Kev. It looks like he just gave that position back there from pushing Absolute 11 wide. Absolute 11 ducks into the pits, though, and I think it maybe start being time now for these soft runners to come in. Undercut for Absolute 11. He will fall behind Natty, so the first stop in this race means that Absolute 11 going to have to fall behind Natty, but remember, he's got to make another stop at the end of this race, so the one stop looking in favour at the moment is Absolute 11 falling all the way down to 9th. The boss man will go ahead of him as well.
Trying to go down the inside. Oh, Oriole's left a bit too much space there.
Yeah, Oriole really opening the door. But what that's allowed is Natty to get a better exit. Oriole's had a big tank slapper on the rear. I'm going to ride on board with Oriole and look behind because the audio on that Ferrari is just awful. Here he goes now. Natty is going to try and now take it to giving me the worst camera angles. He's going to go round the outside and he gets the move done. The championship leader back up round the outside. Oriole going to dive it down the inside. Brilliant racing between these guys in the Premier Series. What racing we've got here in the Premier Series, and Natty in the end gets the move done.
Oriole loves that corner.
He really does. Loves getting the switchback. Black Country Mush picking up a 3-set. Look at where Black Country Mush is. He's gained on this battle between Natty and Oriole.
Yeah, Oriole is. He's really,
Oriole going to look for a move, maybe to the inside. He's going to look for it. Just couldn't get it done. Natty just seems to be struggling here at the moment. As Oriole right behind him here at the moment. Pope into the pits. Pope, one at the front, the part of the front two, has come into the pits for the soft tyres. So is Jutsikev, so is Guillotine. This will provoke Natty up into second place in this race, and the one-stop strategy coming into favour at the moment as Oriole and Black Country Mush up into the same positions as well.
Black Country and Ted both currently sitting with 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Oriole round the outside. Natty going to defend, and he defends very nicely actually, and keeps the position at the moment to Oriole. This will allow Black Country to really gain in on these guys. Go on, Black Country, man. Get yourself on the podium. As Oriole now, will he be looking for the move? Isn't going to go for it here. Down into turn 4. Stays behind Natty for the moment.
Yes, the Black Country can get on the podium. It'll be a bit of a stop-the-count moment. And Jetty, he's the only one not to pit. And Pope has got past absolute level contact. There was some contact there.
There is contact. No wing damage. No wing damage.
There's definitely a ricochet of something as Pope is back past absolute
What a race we've had in the Premier Series. Thanks everyone for joining us so far on this one. It's been an absolutely brilliant race so far. The battle for the championship is on between Natty and Pope, both on two very opposing strategies.
Pope picking up 3 seconds.
Pope picking up 3 seconds. Natty with no penalties at the moment. Neither does Oriole, but Black Country Mush does. Here goes Natty now. He's actually going to go ahead of man who is in first position, now into second, now into third, now into fourth. Will Ted go past him as well? Oh, Ted might come out right next to him. Let's have a look. Oh, he is. Ted's going to just get the move done. I think
this
Ted might.
Jetsy.
Oh no, wait! Jetsy might look for the move, and yeah, this could be crucial for Jetsy here. Going to really hold him up. Oriole getting past Natty. I didn't even see this happen, Evan. But Oriole getting past Natty into turns 1, 2, and 3. These guys just holding each other up. Black Country Mush. Black Country Mush is looking on behind as well. And oh, Black Country, that was late on the brakes. He almost went into the back of Natty. Jetsy and Ted. He's gone into the back of Natty. Has he got wing damage? No visible wing damage. No visible wing damage. Absolute 11 getting past the boss man, Gavra, but Absolute 11 up into 7th place at the moment, and I'm losing my voice already. What a race this has been so far, Evan.
Lockups left, right, and centre into that corner. Oriole's picked up 3 seconds.
3 seconds for Oriole. If Natty can pick up no penalties here, this could be crucial in the championship.
It could, and Me Too and the chance saying yes, excellent X90G. Well, he has driven a stellar drive so far. That could all change.
Pierre, I agree. Jetsy is looking really good this race. He looks like he's on fire at the moment. The McLaren man, hoping to see them claw some points back to the AlphaTauri and Ferrari teams. At the moment, Cryptek just 15 seconds all the way back at the moment, Evan. He just hasn't managed to get back into this race as he started to struggle on those hards towards the end of the race.
Yeah,
but he'll be hoping for the safety car.
But what Natty will be seeing now is
according to Jutsikev getting past Gavra as well, up into 8th position. But Tech is saying that Black Country Mush should
Natty's gone for it.
Oh, he's going to look for the move. Down the inside into turn 4. There's contact again. Black Country Mush round the outside. Black Country Mush is going to go into second place. Willie has had a lock up. He's going to hold it round the outside. And it's Black Country Mush. Black Country Mush. Yes, you are hearing that correct, people. It is Black Country Mush into second place.
And just remember the last time Black Country Mush was following Natty on track, that was back in Melbourne. They both didn't finish that race.
Oh, he's just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
12 seconds of penalties, says Black Country Mush.
Black Country, come on, man, what are you doing? It's Jetsy. This could be good for Natty. This could be the break that Natty needs. Keep Black Country behind him. It'll stop Oriole and Jetsy from getting past.
Yes, and just put. Oh,
yeah, look.
Bit of a slide. And
but Natty already opened in that gap. Natty already opened. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3.
Oh, it's Guillotine.
It's Guillotine in the entrance to the stadium section. Oh, they both are. There's been contact.
Yeah,
Has Guillotine got wing damage? No wing damage for them. Hey, Jetsy actually getting past his teammate Oriole. Possible team orders, I think, there. Maybe, I'm not actually sure what happened. But Pope now getting past
Ted.
Pope getting past Ted, and these guys on the one-stop, on the two-stop, sorry, now clawing themselves back and into this race. Jetsy down the inside of Black Country gets the move done, and this is going to allow Natty to get a really good break here. Natty did have a second, but he's already immediately lost it to Jetsy, and I have no interval timings on these guys. I'm gonna have to wait until they finish.
Yeah, the quicker tires on that McLaren for Jetsy definitely coming in. It would be time.
But look how far Oriole's dropped back though off of Natty. Oriole has been Natty's main battler at the moment. Obviously Jetsy on the different strategy.
He's gonna go for it
Jetsy round the outside, and he gets the move done. But I was saying that I got mixed up between the McLarens. I was actually what was supposed to be said about Oriole. Oriole has been fighting with Natty this entire time.
No, you said Oriole.
Oh, did I say? Yeah, but basically Oriole on the same strategy as Natty, been fighting with him, and he's fallen behind Black Country. This could be the break Natty needs. And apparently, according to the game, the two-stop strategy, apparently the game is really wanting these guys to go onto the hards, because I've seen the hards twice now pop up for the strategy. Oh, Black Country gonna squeeze him wide.
I don't know what Oriole or Black Country was going to do. Black Country was just sticking to straight.
Black Country was sticking to the Oriole trying to go round the outside, interestingly, into turn one. Absolute 11 there, getting past Ted up into 6th position. But these guys on those fresh mediums flying at the moment.
A big mistake.
But Natty actually not losing too much, as much time as I thought he would, Evan, to the runner of Jetsy.
Oriole is losing a lot of time, however. He's making mistake after mistake as the Red Bull of Triple O.
Urban Fire in the chat saying, go on, Mush, great racing. It is, this is great racing. Great racing. As Cryptek now moving us up into 12th position. Holland Geordie in the chat saying Qasim needs to be faster, otherwise he will fall back when he needs to pit again. And I agree.
Jutty Kev
running very wide into the stadium section.
Yeah, he went for a dive on Ted and completely messed that one up. So that's going to cost him a little bit, not too much in the long run.
Oriole the first of the medium to hard runners into the pits. Wait, what is Oriole going on to? No, he's gone on to the softs. Softs for Oriole. Is that a two-stop for Oriole? It must be.
I believe that.
So is the one-stop possible then?
I think the one-stop, it is possible, but it's just looking so much slower. Gav's into the pits for another set of tyres.
Rick Cole, I believe the guy,
Guillotine's just gone past Oriole.
I was under the impression that the guys on the medium tyres would be going for the one-stop.
Yeah, the two.
I think that's what Natty's trying. I think that's what Natty is going for.
Oriole look to get past Guillotine.
If not, Natty might come in this lap and go for the softs.
Yeah, Natty. The thing he'll be seeing here is basically using Cryptek as research. I imagine they're in some sort of the same party. They are friends, as I imagine. He'll be seeing how much slower Cryptek is on those set of hards. The hards are just...
the hards definitely just... Natty into the pits. Let's see what he goes for. Black Country Mush follows him in. Black Country Mush follows him in. What is Natty going to go for? The Ferrari team. Hards. It is the one stop. It's the one stop for the. Could this be for the Ferrari master plan? Black Country onto the set of soft tyres. He's got 21 seconds to Guillotine. That gap is going to drop down quite a bit, but Black Country might actually come out in 7th place. And it's going to be very close. Natty is going to come out ahead of these guys. Here goes Oriole and Guillotine. Is Guillotine actually going to be very close to Black Country, but Black Country will be on the back of this battle here between Oriole and Guillotine. So keep an eye on this battle here. It's Natty on fresh hards. And yeah, Oriole on the 2-stop though. Natty trying to make the 1-stop work. Can Natty do it? Is this going to be the Ferrari master plan? Oriole looking for the move round the outside here. Is Natty on the fresh hards? Oriole round the outside and gets the move done. Can Natty make this strategy work?
Well, just to prove how bad the hards are, Gavra has just dive-bombed Cryptek into turn 1 and he's made it work. And Cryptek has the pit notice sign, so basically when your garage tells you to pit for another tyres, already, it's only lap 17.
Maybe the
so
hards
did 12 laps on those.
Maybe the hards aren't the way to go.
We'll
maybe
try it, I'm sure.
And Natty's going to go for it. If not, Evan, he feels those hards are slow, he might just stay on them long enough to maybe go into a set of softs to the end of the race.
Yeah, that is a possibility here, but he's losing time to Oriole already. Guillotine,
he is losing time at the moment.
And Guillotine's on mediums.
But here goes
Ted
Oriole.
Into the pits for a set of hards.
Ted into the pits for hards. Did he just come off of the mediums?
Yes.
So Ted also.
He's already pit twice.
Okay. I was going to say Ted also looking for the 1-stop, but.
Or maybe has he?
I don't know.
No, he
can have a look in the race director. So Ted also going for the 1-stop. Can the 1-stop work? Let's find out. Can Natty get the pace on those hards that he needs to get the 1-stop going? That gap. Let's have a look at gap to leader, Evan. Gap to leader is at the moment. I've done the wrong thing. Gap to leader at the moment from Natty is 26.7 seconds. At the moment, that is over a pit stop. So, Jetsy on the mediums, Natty needs to get within that pit stop range. Natty on the fresh hards, this is where he needs to be making up the time.
And look how much Black Country Mush has gained since getting past Guillotine. He hasn't got past Guillotine a few corners.
I personally think the 2-stop looks faster. I don't think his hards are up to the case. Black Country looking for the inside. That could have been something
that was
there.
Cheeky. He's definitely
I do think that Cryptek will be relaying as much as possible about those hard tyres to Natty throughout the entirety of these laps. Cryptek done 13 laps on those hards. Natty about to start his hard stint, loses the position to Black Country. Surely Natty is noticing how much time he's losing on those hards. But he's got to remember though, he has got to bear in mind, the guys behind him are on fresh softs. They do still have to go on to, they do have another pit stop to make. Everyone around him, but Natty's going to be on very, very slow, hard tyres at the end. I don't know whether this is going to work out for him.
I don't think it is, but the only thing now here is if Natty can stick in the DRS, which he's already out of on Black Country Mush, I was going to say he could tow him along, but Natty's made the wrong call here.
I think these hards are just not the way to go. Natty going risky with the 1-stop. Don't think it was the way to go. Definitely think the 2-stop was the way to go throughout the game. Sometimes these drivers do actually have to trust the game, because sometimes they really just don't trust the game in what the strategies it gives, but I think this time they really should have listened to what the game was saying.
The hards just don't work around Mexico.
Let's keep it on the gap.
Let's
keep it on a gap to lead at 27 seconds now. Is he lost time? No, he's gained time. He's gained time on Jetsy. He has gained time. About a second so far.
27.8.
Yeah, about a second so far. It was 28, wasn't it?
No, it's 27.8.
Oh, so he hasn't gained or lost time?
No, it's staying about the same, but he still needs to gain some.
Yeah, but he needs to gain some, otherwise he's going to be out of that pit stop range. Well, I don't know how long the pit stop is on this track.
Yeah, it's definitely not 26 seconds. But the battle for P2 is starting to spice up.
Well, Holland, you say never trust the game, mate, but Natty didn't trust the game, and look where it's put him in a quite a treacherous situation. This could be the turning point in the championship for him, and him not trusting Codemasters in this situation. Yes, I agree. Most of the time, you should never trust Codemasters, but I think in this situation, he definitely should have.
Yeah.
Unless, if he makes it work, then fair enough, but at the moment, it's really not looking like it from what we and Evan are looking at.
It's not, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not offending anybody. Natty's just a lot quicker than Black Country Mush would be. Say if they were on the same strategy, same setup, same car.
Well, we've seen that throughout the results throughout the season.
He's 2 seconds behind them. He's lost a second now.
But you got to just bear in mind though, Black Country Mush is on those fresh softs. Those guys will have to
it,
come in around about lap 6 or 7 off of those softs.
If he gains that much on a lap, he will eventually get past Natty by the end of the race, even on a 2-stop. Because he's just gaining so much.
Let's keep an eye on it. We've got no real battles at the moment. Everyone just kind of at a big distance to each other. But I think, Evan, we've hit the point in the race here where the strategies are kind of overlapping each other in a sense that everyone's kind of equal. But I think towards the end of the race, it's really going to start spicing up again.
Casnoigen's doing 12 laps on the Senate mediums. It'll be about 3 laps time.
Piero in the chat saying, "Okay, Natty, so we are thinking about Plan C. Plan C. What do you think? What do you think?" The Ferrari engineers are the best.
They really are.
So okay, Natty, we are thinking about Plan Z. Plan Z. What do you think about taking all drivers out and finishing on first position?
Okay, Natty, we are thinking about Plan Z.712. Ted picking up a 3-second penalty.
I remember one of their Ferrari races. They just had such a bad race. They went all the way down to, I swear it was like Plan C or Plan D, something like that.
They went to Plan F.
Yeah. They just. They had such a bad race that Plan A and B just went. Oh yeah, the best one is, Evan, the one that the Ferrari drivers always say. RC8 just put it in the chat. We are checking. It's either we are looking. It's usually either one of those two.
If Natty is smart, he follows Black Country Mush and pits when he is pitting. If he loses too much time, I think
it's a good idea.
Might just be safer to go on just pit
I don't
right
know.
now.
Maybe go for
a set of mediums.
Fresh mediums, try to even gain himself back into this race. I don't know though. He'll fall quite far back into the race, which is what he doesn't want. He's going to stick with these hards for now. It was like when Charles Leclerc sounded genuinely worried about Romain Grosjean. He sounded genuinely upset, right? And he went, is he okay? And then the Ferrari engineer goes, we are checking, just checking now, no information.
I don't really know what you want to check. If you want to run into the fire with like a thermometer or something, go ahead with him.
Yeah, I see it. Is Grosjean okay? We are checking. It's just every time the Ferrari engineers, they never disappoint. Oh, we've actually got a bit of a battle forming here between Ted and Casnoigens for the lower end of the points.
Who doesn't love a good back marker battle? And Jason
Casnoigens into the pits. Well, that just completely ruined all of that.
Denny Jason is having a horrendous race.
Casnoigens only being able to do 14 laps on those mediums. So actually, at this point, those medium runners for the 2-stop will be coming in soon for the soft tyres again. Yeah,
I imagine they will.
Well, if we look at it so far, right, Evan, Crit Tech has gone from 14th to 11th, right? Correct? He is on the 18-lap old hards, correct? So
correct.
If you look at that, Natty might be able to do this, but I personally think, he's going to be way, way too slow at the end of the race compared to those soft runners.
Just for the record, Cryptech has not made a single legitimate overtake. Casnoigens and Deadly Jason made contact. And who the hell knows what happened to Triple O?
Okay, so, yeah, fair enough. Oh, Absolute 11 into the pits.
Yes, Absolute. Gonna try a cheeky
undercut?
Set of mediums.
Interesting. Natty will go ahead of him.
That's interesting.
Natty will go ahead of him, but not by much. I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's as big of a gap as Natty would have hoped for. But Evan, there's something we haven't spoken about here, right? Look at the penalties Natty has compared to the penalties that both Oriole, Jutsikev, Black Country, Pope and Jetsy all have. Okay, cheers, Evan.
Yes. Yeah, no, Evan's here. I'm just checking. Just checking. Jutsikev, well, if we go gap to lead...
Cryptek's pit. Sorry, Cryptek's pit, lap 18 on those mediums. He's come off of them, he's onto the softs. So Natty...
No, he's on mediums.
I'm saying he's come off of those lap 18 hards, and he's gone onto the mediums.
Okay.
So...
Black Country Mush is going to drop to possibly P8 with these penalties.
If we look at Evan, if we look at that, then Natty's done 6 laps, so he's got what, 12 laps on those mediums.
Yeah,
that would get him to the end of the race.
Yeah, but is he losing
Pope
that much
into the
time?
pit.
Pope in. Where's Pope going to come out? He needs to get out of.
Where's Natty? No, he isn't. He won't. Natty will get ahead of him, not by much, but enough to get out of that DRS range at the moment. But Natty in a very vulnerable position here, and I don't know whether he's going to make this work. He's going to have to do a lot of defending.
Natty still 27.8 to Jetsy, so Natty hasn't lost that much time in terms of the race lead. Let's look at Oriole.
I think all Natty will be bothered about here, as long as he outscores Pope at the moment, he'll be in a good position. But Pope on fresh mediums behind him, Natty on 7-lap-old hard tyres.
Yeah, Piero, you've just predicted what I was going to say. We're going to have the X-Natty G train.
Ooh, Triple O got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Cryptek will be happy to get onto those mediums now. He can gain on Castroids. Cryptek might be able to just sneak back into the points if he can. But crucially, though, look at the Mercedes boys having a really good race. Gavra in 9th. And Black Country Mush all the way up in 4th at the moment. Black Country's having a brilliant race.
In total, they have 20.
Oriole into the pits. Oriole the first of the soft medium runners to come into the pits. And those guys making the soft off medium work. The guys up front going for these soft.
Medium soft.
Oh, he's on a medium. Sorry, medium soft off the is. So the guys starting on the softs have gone for a soft medium, but the guys starting on the mediums have gone for a medium soft. Really interesting. The strategies have been crazy in this race. Me and Gavra really just me and Evan really just don't know, to be honest. I don't know why I said Gavra. Oh, it's because I literally just read Piero saying Gavra in the point as I was saying that, so Gavra came into my head.
Yes, look. Gav does have 12 seconds of penalties.
Evan, look at the time Natty has lost to Pope. Look where Pope is now.
Pope is right up his rear end. Is the only way to describe it.
Natty needs to outscore this man by 10 points. I think Natty's ballsy strategy, going for the medium to hard, has just not worked out for him in this race.
And if we could red flag this race, that would be amazing. As Black Country Mush
a safety car right now for that Ferrari man would be a saviour to his championship.
But it's been a very clean race. We don't think we're going to get one.
Let's have a look here.
As I imagine Black Country Mush is going to pit.
See what happens towards the end of this race. 10 laps to go in this race. Jutsi Kev into the pit. Both Natty and Pope going to go right past. Natty defending to Pope as best he can. Pope going to be forced to the outside. Pope going to have the speed and everything to get past him. Look how close Absolute 11 is. Natty's been overtaken by 2 cars on one straight. That is how bad those hard tyres are.
I'm sorry, Natty, but
and he just picked up a 3-second time. He did a 3-second time penalty. The Ferrari master plan once again failing very, very miserably, Evan, as it usually does in real life. And when Natty was saying he was going for the one stop to me before the race, I was skeptical, but I was hopeful. But I do think Gavra into the pits. Cryptek has gained a lot of time now on Carcinogens, so Cryptek might be able to, as I said, Evan, might be able to just sneak his way back into the points here for the Ferrari team.
Yeah, he might. Natty's going to look for a move on Absolute 11 here.
Natty is trying to look for the move on Absolute. If Natty can keep with these front runners, he's in with a chance. But at the moment, he's just not got the pace.
Getting held up by Black Country.
Absolute 11 looking to try and get round. Jetsy into the pits. Look at the lead Jetsy has. Wow! Look at where he is.
Standing.
I don't know why that's done that. There we go.
Well done, Jetsy.
Here goes Natty on Absolute. He just doesn't have the speed.
Black Country will come out behind.
Oh, Absolute 11's gone very deep. Through turns 1, 2, and 3. Here goes Natty. He's going to get a blinding exit in the DRS. He's going to have the overtake. But once again, having the fresh tyres just pulling Absolute 11 away from him.
He's gone for
a late send. doesn't want to do what he did in Singapore, where he went centre on Absolute 11 and they both crashed out. The leaders down the inside on the hard tyres. He's going to hold his nerve if he can, and in the end, Absolute 11 getting the move done. Natty wants this championship, but at the moment he's losing points to Pope. If we look at the penalties gap, Natty with 3 seconds, Pope also with 3 seconds, Jetsy also with 3 seconds. Absolute 11 just picked up 3 seconds.
He will. I think Jetsy might have this race, but he's starting to get a bit panicky, and he needs to calm down, because Jetsy, if he does something reckless, he will just lose more points.
Jetsy only having to do 9 laps on those softs, so Jetsy in a brilliant position here to win this race. Can I say, the man has been on fire tonight, Jetsy. He has been unstoppable.
Been on fire in a lot of recent races, to be honest.
He has, Jetsy, putting in some good performances. Well. Big points for the McLaren team. But actually, Oriol in 5th place. This could be huge points for the McLaren's team in terms of the constructors.
Still catch Natty in Absolute if they keep battling like they did in Sector 2.
But Natty actually keeping with Absolute 11. As Gavra picking up another 3-second time penalty. Gavra pretty much getting near disqualification at this point.
Piero just asking,
Black Country, sorry, looking for a move. He's going to take it. And he gets the move done nice and early, even before the braking zone. A Black Country much up into 7th place. And this man has gained on his starting position, but he needs to open up a 3-second gap to Absolute 11. Not Absolute 11, sorry, Ted. If he wants to keep that position, but he's going to lose a lot of time though, however, because he's got 15 seconds of penalties. Guillotine might sneak his way up the positions as well. But carry on what you were saying.
Piero asking, is Jetsy still in this championship fight? And yes, he is. He is 52 points behind Natty. That is 2 race wins and 2 fastest lap points. He's on course for a race win here.
And a fastest lap, because he's just put one. Lap. Jetsy's still in this championship fight at the moment.
We have to think of a little bit more than Natty and Pope here. There's still... And Beza.
Beza also in it, but Beza's missed the race. Beza's missed the race. I think he might drop quite far back in the points.
It's an interesting one. It really is. Jetsy's still in with a great shout here. If he can just pull what he did here off next week, he's into the championship lead.
Look at Absolute 11 though. Absolute 11, as you said, Evan, Germany said before that hopefully Black Country could drag Natty along. We are witnessing here Absolute 11 dragging Natty along, because Absolute 11 is now within the DRS train. Yeah, Oriol gaining on everyone. This could become a 5-way fight for the podium, and it'll come down to who has the penalties at the end and who doesn't. Oriol with 6 seconds, so he's out of it at the moment in terms of penalties wise.
But still, it's going to be. Still pick up some.
Yeah, all these drivers need to keep it clean, keep it consistent if they don't want to pick up any penalties. But Natty is kind of keeping with these guys. If these two stop fighting, it will be good for Natty in terms of that medium-hard strategy working for him. And if Natty gets ahead of Pope, then it's a great success, I'd say, in my eyes. I mean, it's a success already, Evan, because if you look at the positions gained, Natty's gained 5 positions in this race already.
He has, and here comes Absolute 11. He's going to try and move on Pope. On the inside, wow, that is a lot of overspeed.
Yeah, it is.
Look how far Natty's dropped off, because he doesn't have the slip straight.
The massive long DRS straight really helping the drivers out in the overtakes. There's been an incident. There's a Red Bull. It's Triple O on the side.
Oh, I thought that was
I thought that could have been a safety car, you know. I was going to like...
And I was going to say,
that could have been...
Piero just said lol. I wouldn't expect... Oh, now I've just said it.
Oh, you've done it now. You've done it now at this point.
Piero, you've tricked me into saying it.
Look at Oriol now, right up behind Natty. Jutsikev could get right up behind Natty as well.
Yeah, these could both take Natty here.
This could be huge for the. This could be huge for the drivers' championship going into Brazil.
This could be really big, and I think we do have, of course, Brazil and Abu Dhabi left, 2 amazing tracks, and Natty and Cryptek might be a little bit cautious.
Brazil, yes, but Abu Dhabi not so much.
Well, yeah, but it's
alright, Abu Dhabi.
It's alright.
It's alright. It does well as a season finale.
Oh
my God!
That is car control at its finest.
That could have ended in disaster. I love our reactions. We're just like, oh, late lunge from Pope. Late lunge from Pope. That's going to put Natty actually back into this fight a little bit here. Pope's lost a lot of time.
Jetsy's got another 3 seconds, although the gap is 13 seconds. What drugs is this man on?
Oh, Natty defending now. Here goes Oriole round the outside. If he can get the move done, and he does get the move done, that's that medium hard strategy being a little bit unfavourable to Natty in this situation, but he's going to keep it at the moment. Can Oriole keep it on the inside? And he does so.
Yes.
And look at Jutsikev just coming into the mix of this battle as well. Natty can keep within 3 seconds, though. He will go ahead of Oriole on the penalties.
Oh, no,
he won't. No, he won't now,
because
he just picked up a 3-second time penalty because he's an idiot.
Yeah, just say it like it is, Tiger. Just say it like it is. But here we go. Jetsy starting lap number 33.
This could be an overtake here.
It certainly could be. He's going to get the slipstream video.
Would Natty lose? What would Natty lose if he was to come in off of those hards and go for fastest lap point?
He'd lose a lot more points than he would going for a fastest lap.
True, but
Pope gone for it.
If goes Pope now down the inside of Absolute 11, gets the move done up into second place. But if Natty loses the position to Jutsikev, then it's surely Natty might as well just come into the pits.
He might as well.
On a set of soft tires.
15 seconds of penalties, and Ted has a lot as well. So he really does have to weigh up pros and cons slightly here. Does he think he can do a fastest lap? Probably yes. Does he think he can hold Jutsikev? I don't think he can.
The only way he can get back into this race here and beat Pope is if Pope has a big crash, or if there is a safety car now or in the next lap. Otherwise, we cannot have a safety car with 2 laps remaining.
No, and this is going to be very interesting if we do get a safety car. And I think Triple O is going to be the only one who can supply one, as he's cuts the corner. He's nearly hit the wall as well.
Triple O.
That could have been the biggest commentator's curse in the history of racing.
That could have been. Jutsikev now right up behind Natty. Natty just trying to hold the position as best he can here at the moment. Hasn't dropped too far back behind Oriole, Absolute 11 or Pope. So maybe these final few laps, Evan, if you can find some speed off of those hards compared to those guys on those mediums, might be able to get something done. But at the moment, he's just nowhere near. I think the medium to hard might not have worked out for him as best as he'd hoped.
Although Jutsikev has no ERS whatsoever. He's down to 0.
Oh, he has. He's wasted all of it.
Any redeployment.
I think he's used it all trying to catch up to Natty.
Yeah, and he doesn't... I know he wants to get past... Oh, he does that. He's 6 seconds more penalties than Natty. He really has to get past.
Jutsikev does. Yeah, he does. He needs to get past now. So actually, Natty
definitely shouldn't pit.
Yeah, definitely just should not pit for that fastest lap. To keep the points in 5th place. I believe 5th place is 10 points.
Justikev's picked up another 3.
Yeah, 5th place is 10 points, Evan.
Yes,
Second place is 18 points, isn't it? Yes.
It is.
18 points. So
it's only 8 points he's losing.
Pope would get an 8-point advantage over Natty. Not an 8-point advantage, 8 points back off of the 43-point lead Natty has going into Brazil.
Yeah, it's still a big lead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still a big lead. Well, I mean, it's 43 if you do... that's like 35 points going into last 2 races. Here he goes, Jutsikev on Natty, right on the outside, gets the move done on track, but is not going to keep the position unless something major happens. As Absolute 11 close behind Pope's 11. And we've got a couple of battles forming at the back end. Remember I said Cryptek would gain on Krasnoyans? Let's just take our eyes down here at the moment. Cryptek could be on for the lower end of the points here. As also, look at everyone ahead of Cryptek. To be fair, Guillotine on less penalties. But Krasnoyans actually on more penalties than Cryptek. So Cryptek will actually get the position on penalties. But I'm sure he wants to get it on track.
He doesn't really have anything to lose, Cryptek, so he's gone for it.
Oh,
And he's
Cryptek down the
still
inside. He's going to try and get the move done on track, and he does get the move on Castlogans. Castlogans picks up another 3-second penalty as he was forced to the inside. Here he goes, though, now. Will Castlogans be looking for the move, and Cryptek just has the DRS to just pull away from him nicely. Keeps the position in 10th place, and I don't think he'll be able to gain on Guillotine at all, but Cryptek might actually fall. He might fall. Will he fall behind Ted in Black Country? I'm not sure. We'll find out at the end of the race. The gaps are quite big, though, so I don't know
being
at
told
the
along
moment.
Gav, so
Look at Oriole now. Oriole actually gaining on the fight here, sorry, but between Absolute 11 and Pope.
And yeah,
Natty to the outside! He's going to go round the outside of Jutsi. I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but every time you try to speak, there's always just an overtaking opportunity happening into turn 1. As here goes Natty now. Will he be looking for the move again?
Don't do anything.
As he's going to go round the outside here. As Natty trying to get back up into 5th position. He's going to get it on penalties anyway, but he wants it on trap position. Oh, contact! But in the end, Jutsi keeps the position.
Natty, very risky here. Let's look at the gap up the front. 17 seconds.
Jetsy's a man on fire at the moment. As he comes round now, Evan, to start the final lap of this race. We may see some tasty last lap overtakes.
Yep, I have a funny feeling Oriole's going to risk it off
Guillotine
here.
on the back of Ted as well. This could get very good on this final lap here. Let's have a look and see what happens. Absolute 11 gonna have DRS. Pope though actually has ran out of ERS. Pope has run out of ERS. Look how much Absolute 11's gained.
Look at this.
Look how much Absolute 11's gained. He's gonna take it round the outside here.
No, Pope keeps the car.
It's gonna be can Absolute 11 deduct points from Pope and help Natty out in the championship. Here goes Absolute 11 now looking for the move. I'm gonna try and commentate as fast as I can. Here he goes. Almost contact. Is Absolute 11 gonna go down the inside if he can? And both of the drivers locking up here as best they and trying to keep the car under control. Absolute 11 going for the cutback if he can. Pope going to go defensive to the inside of the double apex. Right-hander. As now Absolute 11,
Natty's
can he get
Jutsi
involved? Is Natty going to try and go down the inside of Jutsi Kev? And he has done. Up into 5th position. This is huge for the championship. Absolute 11 don't losing a ton of time. It could be Oriole. Oriole might get past Absolute 11, but he will lose it on penalties. So at the moment, Absolute 11 had his chance and couldn't take it. As it's going to be Jetsi who crosses the line and takes the win in Mexico here in the Premier Series, round 11. And it's going to be Pope at the moment who will come across the line as he comes round the final corner. And he will come across the line here and take what will be 2nd place. Absolute 11 in 3rd, Oriole in 4th. Natty on a one-stop strategy comes across the line and takes 5th. Still a good race from him, Evan, as he qualified on the mediums. He qualified all the way down in what was 9th place, sorry. I think it was 8th or 9th place, and has moved himself into 5th, so still a good race for the man. Jutsi kept finishing a 10th behind Natty.
I think Black Country might take 7th here.
Black Country in 7th place. Guillotine in 8th. Ted in 9th. Let's see what happens to Cryptek though. Cryptek has a lot less penalties compared to the guys ahead of him. Cryptek keeps 10th place. So Black Country, one of his best performances of the season, keeps himself in 7th place. Castlogans dropped down in 11th place. Gavra is going to be the last man to cross the line. Deadly Jason 13th or 14th. Gavra will come across the line and take 12th place. What a race. What a championship battle we've got on our hands here.
That was an amazing drive from Jetsi. It's just driver of the day, Oriole. Yeah, it's just if we could get
Oriole's
2,
had a good race.
I'd say both McLarens.
Both McLarens. What a race from them. What a race from Black Country. Absolute 11, good race as well. I mean,
good race from Pope. And
yeah, Pope as well.
You have to give us a Natty because I have no idea how he's pulled that off.
To be fair, you have to give it to Cryptek as well. I mean, he technically, after getting that damage, he only finished one position behind his qualifying. So Cryptek to bring back that extra point for the Ferrari.
Still,
for the
it
Ferrari
was a mistake of his
crucial.
own, so it's still not good.
Yeah, but
good recovery. But yeah, there's the podium. Starting to see them three a lot on the podium.
Ooh.
Normally we see Natty up there as well, but bit of a bad strategy call.
There it is. And as you can see, Ted and Natty, the only two drivers to do one stop in that race. Natty making it work, but didn't work enough for him to get the win in the race. And Jutsikev fell very close behind him. And Natty did actually start. Natty started in 9th. Cryptek started in 10th. So Cryptek actually finished in the same position he qualified. So, to be fair, not a gain or loss from Cryptek, even though he had to pit for damage and gain all that time back. So, Cryptek doing okay in the end. I mean, what a race. Yeah, Piero, I blame you. How dare you chat bad things about Gavra. Shocking. But yeah, what a race though, Evan. That first lap was crazy though.
That last lap was crazy
as well.
Yeah,
last lap as well. What a race we had there. Brilliant.
As RCA described perfectly.
The strategies really helped it out.
Yeah, RCA described it perfectly. A little bit dirty from Pope, but he needs that position.
Definitely.
And yeah, it was,
what a race!
Now it's time for the umpteen amount of self-promotions.
Yes, it is time for the
Pope has asked, when's the podcast?
Cheers, Pope. Right, okay. How do I explain this in the best way? Right, okay. Firstly, we've actually all genuinely been very busy, right? Okay, like on a genuine, serious basis, we've actually all been very busy. Secondly, we were gonna do it, then Natty caught COVID again. Then
he caught it again.
Yeah, he caught it again for the second time. Yeah. Then
okay, that's not good.
We were supposed to have this. We were supposed to have A. Razion, one of the senior admins, but he lives in New Zealand, so we are trying to find a time where we can speak to him where it's like 11 o'clock at night for him, or it's like early in the morning for him, and it's like late for us. So we're just trying to find a time for it. But it is being sorted. It should be either towards the back end of this week or on the weekend. We will catch up on everything as we always do. Don't you worry. Yeah, pretty much that's the story of the podcast at the moment. However, Evan, if you haven't already, or if anybody else hasn't already, go subscribe to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel, and you can come subscribe.
Think I haven't subscribed?
I know. I was trying to like smoothly sort of move into it. And if you haven't already, go subscribe to the Twitch channel as well, using Twitch Prime. Instagram and Twitter, always available. If you are part of the Discord, it's on the website. All the information's on there, all the chats. GE Sport on Friday. We're back in Mexico tomorrow for the Super League. Hopefully it'll be just as good of a race here in the Super League. Tomorrow. Then it's the Weekend League on Sunday around Suzuka. You got to say it like that, Evan. You got to go Suzuka. And so make sure you join us all for them, and then it'll be back racing in the freshman Premier Super next week, all in Brazil and then Abu Dhabi to finish it off. And it's going to be a good one. So make sure you all join us then. Thank you, Evan, for joining me. And it's been another really, really good Premier Series race.
It really has. It's been great. It's been great to see again. That made no sense. It's been great to watch. It's been great to see some more good racing.
Definitely. And so we will see everyone next week for all the tomorrow for the Mexico again, and then it'll be next week everyone back in Brazil. So we'll see everyone then.